Untold masses of humanity are teeming throughout the stars. In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, there is only war.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Fable Scraps' DoomLore, a 40k story. My name is Nikatine. I'm one of the people behind Fable Scraps. If you're listening to the show on podcasting apps such as Spotify or Stitcher, know that we record this show live every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/FableScraps. Our live audience has the benefit and ability to affect the show in meaningful ways by contributing to the Fate Pool. Every character here has a individual pool of what's known as Fate, which they can dip into for rerolls and a lot of other things. I want to get right into it. Go ahead and take it away, our DM, Ollerant. Oh, wait, sorry.
Introduce myself?
No, wait,
bit,
sorry.
and
Go
everyone
ahead.
else?
Okay, introduce yourself, Ollie, and then we'll get the audio levels figured out.
I'm Ollie. I'm honored to be here.
If Ollie sounds good, press ones in chat. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I want to know if I sound good too, or if I'm just turbo goblin today. I feel like it after the New Year's and at various jubilations. You can find me all over the place at OllieRant, twitch.tv/OllieRant, OLIRANT. I do a lot of Dungeons & Dragons homebrew and world building stuff, such as inventing new creatures, illustrating them, working on all that kind of stuff, and also kind of teaching you how to implement a lot of plot hooks and cool ideas in your world building in your campaigns.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ollie.
That's me.
Next up is Lucid Fox.
Hello, my name is Lucid Fox.
Ooh.
I am a human man, skilled at all the typical things, such as eating potato chips and drinking cups of coffee. I can be found at twitch.tv/LucidFox, where I do absolutely human things. I will see you there. Also, I'll turn up my mic. There we go.
Okay, wait, now I need you to talk a little bit more.
Okay, hello. This is my new human voice that I definitely didn't alter through cybernetic means, and I am still doing human things.
Got it. Thank you so much, Lucid.
Mm.
Next up is LocktheRaven. Lock, you're muted.
I'll mess you, Lock.
I don't care for you, Lucid. Hi, I'm LocktheRaven. I am a variety streamer sometimes on Twitch, and you can find me here on Fable Scraps, both on Tuesdays for Star Trek Loveless, and the show that we do on Friday that I never say the name of. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at LocktheRaven, spelled like it sounds.
Got it. Thank you so much. Next up is Distracted Elf.
Hello, yes, I'm Distracted Elf. You can find me at twitch.tv/DistractedElf or on Twitter at DistractedElf. It is spelled exactly like it sounds. I run stuff on Roll20's channel for tabletop things, some D&D at the moment, and soon to be a Star Wars Edge of the Empire show, which I got to announce today, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Nice.
Perfect. Thank you. And Enevun.
Hello there, I'm Enevun, a roleplay streamer here on Twitch. Typically I play on the Twitch RP server as the character of Robot, and sometimes I do variety and VR games as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Enevun. My name, of course, is Nikatine. I do a lot of roleplay on my channel. That's twitch.tv/NIKATINE. I've also got a pretty active presence on Twitter at Nikatine Prime. All right, so go ahead and take it away, Ollie.
We good now?
I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
It's been a little while, so I think a very thorough recap is probably in order. You are on the planet of Parsk. It is a shrine world owned by the Ecclesiarchy, the Church of the Imperial Cult. The planet used to be a beautiful place where a lot of priests went to retire, but it's been invaded by orcs that have turned the planet to mud, more or less. Your first duty aboard this planet was to look into the case of 2 missing thud guns, a sort of minor artillery weapon that's pulled around on wheeled tracks. You have done quite a lot of investigation, a little bit of torture involved there as well in finding out what has been going on. You found out that one of the centaurs, vehicles that would pull these guns around, has been used for all sorts of other shady shit. Shady shit connected directly to the governor's office, the governor of the planet, basically. And you want to find out a lot more about that. You did find out that the platoon, the artillery platoon who was in charge of the guns, retreated, and they were being punished accordingly. But now you want to find out more about the governor and what the governor's doing. And you've actually been given a little bit of intelligence on that. You've been told about the governor's aide, someone by the name of Picello. I had my notes open the whole time. And you've been told where to find her in one of the fanciest Amasec bars in the city. Amasec being a very, very fancy kind of alcohol, which we'll talk about a whole bunch more later. To do so, you have chosen your the 3 members of the party who could maybe blend in with nobles. Kaya, Scythia, and of course, Yen, to basically dress as nobles. You've already got the outfits. You've already got the dress up. The other thing being that you can't really bring in weapons other than compact ones or something that can blend in, like Scythia's sword. Well, you know, a lot of nobles will wear a sword as kind of a sign of office and general just showing off. Luckily, Yen, you can shove your tiny little...
It's a fancy sword.
Of course. Yen, you can put your gun in your boot, and Kaya sets people on fire, so it's like fine.
Whoa. Allegedly.
Allegedly. It's not been proven.
Yeah. Nobody's proven I
Yeah.
set people on fire. Come on.
No one knows what the hell is going on with Caius. It's
They don't
unspoken.
They know nothing.
You know, if you told Risa what was actually going on, she would have to beat you to death legally. So, you know, best keep it unspoken. So you're ready. You look the part. You're ready to act the part. And you know the location of this bar that Picello regularly hangs out at. I wanted to check whether there was anything else you wanted to do before you head there, any conversations among the party. I mean, your plan beforehand was basically, look, Yen is the only member of your party who can have an intelligent, regular conversation with a human being without threatening them. So Yen is kind of in charge here, but I don't know if you wanted to plan, if you want to do more research, what are you guys thinking?
I mean, do we know who we're going to find? Because that's important.
Yeah,
What you were told was that they were a noble connected to the governor's office. You're not going to speak with the governor directly. It was who Ezra eventually gave up to you, this planetary guardsman. So not the Imperial Guard, like the guard force of the planet himself that you you did a whole lot of stuff to Ezra. You threatened him, you flirted with him. He doesn't really know where he sits.
I don't think anybody flirted with him. I think he flirted, and then there were dire consequences for that. Mostly.
Yeah, for sure.
That sounds right.
I don't know
In
what
the
you're
41st
talking about.
millennium.
They were completely appropriate responses.
You could always ask around to
Dire
find out
and
more about this
appropriate
person.
are not necessarily unconnected.
Yeah, you don't know much.
I seem to remember we had like some description or like a name or something. Maybe I'm.
You have the name, Ravella
Yeah.
Picello.
Yeah. Okay, cool. As long as we have the name, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to see Picello because she's connected to the governor's office. All right.
And the governor has definitely been involved in using the Imperial Guard's equipment in essentially illegal and gainful ways, but you don't know if it's necessarily connected.
Sure.
The follow through is like, how does this connect to the missing, like, artillery that we're looking for, right? And we're not getting answers anywhere else, so I assume we're just gonna go and talk to the governor and be like, hey, so some very important Imperial technology went missing, and you might have some papers about that somewhere, or you've been coordinating other stuff, so you're already in trouble, so you might as well just like help us with this other thing. I think that's kind of the plan.
So we're definitely trying to get Boncel into this bar to interact and hopefully get Paicello to divulge information regarding this.
Do we have a plan of like how we're gonna find them in there, or are we just gonna like ask around?
Well, we're leaving that to you, the expert at bars.
You know what? I've got an idea.
You got faith
I mean,
in you, buddy.
I have several plans, none of them particularly conducive to the environment, but as soon as we know who it is, it's not a big deal.
Ideally, we'll need one of several things from you, Boncel. We'll need either a access to the governor's records. We'll need Paicello to admit to this misappropriation, or we'll need some kind of reassurance that everything is unconnected to this theft. So, however you go about getting it, it's of no concern to me.
Right. So, is that like I should get all three of those, or just one?
Well, any
Or
one
two.
any one of them will do.
Any one of them, okay. So it's either get to the governor,
The more
have
the
them
better.
admit it, or reassurance, right?
Right.
Well, I can do that.
I think we should probably stress that access to the governor's records would be the most ideal outcome.
Access to the government records, okay. Now that's going to be difficult to ask for.
Whether
You
it's-
can't exactly bring that up in casual conversation.
Whether
no.
it's access somehow, some kind of codes or something.
Right, but I can't exactly just, hey, nice to meet you. You got the government codes, or...
Well,
It,
find a way to get them.
But Yen, you're hearing that, like, what we need, what the plan is, right? The step by step we
Vaguely.
won't know until we're in there. I don't think Risa can talk you through talking to someone.
You'll be fine,
True.
Boncel.
yeah, I'll be fine. I'll find
party's
some way to, like,
most-
worm it in there.
There's a multitude
Hey,
of
I-
situations. Right. There's a
Hey,
multitude.
what's your favorite number? That's similar to government code, something like that.
The party's most lethal enemy, social anxiety.
Listen, yeah, I think you're gonna do great in there, buddy. And hey, I just like slip him like a little disc made out of sheepskin. I'm like, hey, if you need this, you don't be afraid, okay?
It's gum.
Yeah, it's gum. It's gum, sure.
All right.
I'm just saying, hey, you struck out on the ship, and I want to make sure,
Oh,
and take care of you in there.
Okay. I don't expect the mission to go that way, but, it get better to be prepared.
He's like your 27-year-old brother who's unemployed but still lives at home.
There is some merit in getting this person into a private, back room
Yeah.
or location or something, and then deal with it there. Can be a little more direct that way. If you need help with all this planning stuff.
I'm just going to read the room and get in there, I think.
Really?
That's fair.
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
maybe that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be the best idea.
Is all
What would
this
be the
taking
equivalent
place
of a wallet
outside
in
of the
this?
bar?
No, we're still at the clothing shop, right?
The
You're still
haberdashery.
in the clothing store there. Yeah, having this conversation. Equivalent to a wallet, that's kind of up to you.
Like physical ID.
You don't have physical ID, I'm pretty sure. That's usually a planet-by-planet basis, or, like, organization you're a part of, and being a rogue trader...
I mean, we
isn't
have ID,
exactly-
but all we can do is slap down an inquisitorial symbol and be like, "That's my ID." That's not free.
Yeah.
But would they have ID? The person we're trying to meet up with.
Good question.
Probably.
You don't really know enough about the culture of this planet, but the chance of them having something that you could use to identify them is pretty high. It depends kind of how competent they are, I suppose, in several ways. Good question, though. You haven't actually done enough and seen enough, like, regular transactions to know how money works in this world.
Okay.
Bonsell,
And-
we should just very quickly discuss failure conditions. I have 2 failure conditions for you. In the event that you're unable to discern any of this information, you are to find a way to get Paichello away from the group, alone, and allow us to move in. The other failure condition where you're found out, we'll get to that if it comes to that.
Right. Okay. So, can't get the information. Get them somewhere where you guys can get to them,
Exactly.
or die.
I don't think you're going to die in this bar, especially not with me standing next to you.
Yeah.
I mean,
It'll
the
be fine.
bars can get pretty rough. Again, we don't know what it's like up there.
They get rougher than demons summoned from the warp, because we handled that fine.
Sometimes.
I've never been in a bar that intense, but I suppose you'd know.
Owen begins to become suspicious that Yin has never been to a bar.
Have you ever been to an orc bar? Stuff can get pretty wild in there.
All right, I'll give you that one.
Did we get Yen a costume?
Yeah, Yen's decked out.
A
Those
disguise?
3 who can be costumed are decked out. Risa and
Yeah.
Ohm cannot be
Yeah,
a
that's fine.
costume.
Nice.
So you have to decide what you two want to do while those guys go in. Everyone other than you, Risa, has what are they called, comm beads or whatever, like in-ear communication. You, Risa, you just have your helmet, right? That's fine. So you could talk to them while they're in there, right?
Right.
'Cause you wouldn't be able to hear it out of Yen's ear, right?
course.
You can be the people in the chair doing all the tech stuff.
Sure.
Ooh.
13, will you inspect the perimeter with me when the rest of the group is inside? All right.
Ohm is still tinkering with the skull that he's been carrying around this entire time.
In the clothing store.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I
He's
just
talking
wanted
to it.
to
He's,
make
like,
sure
doing a bit
everyone
with
was
it.
aware of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he just has the skull of Euron, and he's just tinkering with it this entire time.
Nice.
Nice.
I like it.
Okay, sounds like you all are ready. Well, ready enough.
Well, you know, we're ready-ish, yeah.
Ready-ish.
Ready as we can be.
Ready adjacent. Sure.
So it's time for you to head up to the high city. Of course, you're already right now. You're in, high middle class, right, where you can buy some noble clothes. Everything gets nicer as you get further up in Pask City, but it also gets more spindly. You would be mostly taking elevators up, kind of like public transport elevators that would have chairs and stuff inside them. And when you get to this Amasec bar, it looks like a... You know, you ever been in the countryside and have those like small churches that are kind of like spindly because of the way they've kind of like caved in on themselves slightly as time has worn on them? The building kind of looks like that. I mean, everything in this city looks like a church. It is a part of it being a shrine world. Everything is shown to prayer. And even then, this isn't the highest part up of the city. You can still see this very tall structure just a little bit further. That actually seems to go above what looks like the Governor Palace. It's almost like there is another palace on legs teetering atop the city, very awkwardly. And you've never... It doesn't even seem like there's a way up there. You've never seen anyone go up there or anything like that. This Amasec bar is in the shadow of all of this, but close enough to close enough to down below, close enough to higher up, that it's a perfect place for, you know, people of the upper crust to maybe mingle with useful people of the lower crust. I don't like that saying lower crust. It's not a good mouth sound. Risa and Ohm, you want to scout out the outskirts before these guys go in?
That's correct.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
That is going to be awareness checks. Either perception or whatever the other one is for awareness. This is just flat, no modifiers. I mean, this isn't a particularly strange place. It's also not all that busy. It's hard to look inside the building, but around in general is perfectly fine. We've got one success from Ohm already. We're rolling a 20 on a 37, which is pretty good. That is just barely a failure for Risa. Failing by 5, that hurts. But that's okay. I've got to say the numbers out loud for the people listening to the podcast. I'm being considerate.
Thank you,
Like-
Ollie.
Also rubbing it in a little. Well, I mean, the first thing both of you noticed what I just mentioned. You can't really look inside this building. A mixture of heavily tinted armor glass and just the way shadows hang around this structure. Almost all the windows are maybe even deliberately under the shadow of a heavy awning or a gargoyle or something. It does seem to... Like, this is just a bar. This isn't a tavern. It doesn't have rooms or anything for the night. But it does seem that there's almost like a little pillar, a bit like a church's tower, and comes off one point of the building, and that connects to another street higher up. Maybe it's like a kind of like merchant's entrance or something for equipment or something. It's a very under-traveled pathway. And this whole place is high up, right? There's a couple of meters leeway around the building, and then railings, and then fall. You would tumble until you land on the spired roof of another building. It would be very precarious to get into a fight out here. But there's only one entrance down here as well, so even that would be hard. Not counting the windows, which you would be able to smash through, but armor glass is pretty tough. Other than that, I mean, is there anything in particular you would have been looking for, Ohm?
To be perfectly honest, Ohm would probably be the worst person to ask to scout anything, because what is he supposed to look for in his definition that's out of place? Like, there's
Exactly.
Sure.
no pieces of technology to hook into, or, you know, to him, it's just a building.
Yeah. And so that's why I'll give you the technical specifications of the building, right? And that's what
Yeah.
Ohm really notices above everything else. Something that you would be looking for, Risa, of course, would probably be delinquents, right? At all times. But this isn't the kind of bar that has people hanging outside it. It's actually, like, quiet up here.
Good.
Other than, like, one person smoking, leaning off the railing and stuff like that.
Is there any indication that someone might be suspicious of my presence or Ohm 13's presence? Is this the kind of place where we stick out?
That would be a scrutiny check, real quick.
Okay.
I'll give you a plus 10 too, because this is literally your job, right? Reading people like this.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm gonna spend a fate point.
You want to use a fate point to re-roll that?
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll
Okie
this.
dokie.
56. I'm looking for a 42. Okay.
See what you get.
Oh, perfect.
That's way better.
Yeah. Success.
That is way better.
4 additional degrees of success.
Yeah, that's amazing. 4 degrees of success on a scrutiny check is really good. So the people that you've seen already, you know, maybe there's someone hanging out in the whose maintenance is the security elevator up here. You know, they definitely notice you two. You do stand out, and they don't act in the typical way people would when they see an Arbites, which is immediately try their best to behave, right? It's like when you're driving and a police car suddenly shows up behind you, and you're hyper aware of everything that you're doing wrong. Yeah. But at the same time, you can feel the eyes of the people inside the building. These windows are dark, but Risa, you can just feel the eyes of not heretics, but people who, okay, there is an Arbites walking around the building. You can even hear the way that they're moving around inside so that someone can keep an eye on one of the windows. From that, you actually realize that the north side of this building has no windows on it, right? It's kind of hard to tell where some of the windowed parts are because they're so dark. But you could basically just hide out under the north side of the building easily. And
I think I'm gonna walk towards the north side of the building, kind of on the corner, and just kind of lean back and smoke an iho stick or something to kind of sort of try to blend.
blend in your massive police armor.
Hello, fellow citizens. Yeah. How do you do?
RoboCop standing in the corner.
It works well though because there's no entrance or no windows around there. There's no real purpose for people to be back there. So in theory, no one will see you. Anyone sort of toing or throwing. So it's a good spot.
Good.
I imagine you're just going to kind of join and also relay the information to the rest of the party, which is just the technical specifications of the building.
Yeah, an extremely long and rambling spiel about the height, the width, the temper on the glass, the various bits and bobs down to the welding on the joists holding the thing up. Nothing tactical or helpful in any way. In fact, he'll probably still be doing it as they come up to go inside, while also...
Yes.
Yeah. With the place scouted and your heavies in position, you're ready to walk in. Bizbard does have a.
I have to know, what is Yen wearing? What's the noble?
Yes, I would
what's
love
the
a description of your
noble?
noble.
The most important part,
That's
really.
a good point.
I have to know, because for Scythia, I'm sure it's some because you said purple was the color
Purple,
around here.
yeah, for sure.
I'm sure it's some purple shoulder cape action, with a high collar and some white dress clothes underneath, that's kind of the vibe I was going for, but I must know what Yen went with.
Oh. So it'd probably be purple as well. For some reason, the clothes that I'm thinking of is Prince.
Yeah.
That's
Sure.
what I'm imagining.
Dress
or
going in-
Austin Powers.
Dressed like Prince with frilly sleeves and everything.
Going for
Yeah.
Prince, but getting Austin
Like a-
Powers.
Yeah, probably more Austin Powers. Yeah, it's probably more Austin Powers.
Yeah, I think
We've got
I think
Prince.
Yeah.
We've got Prince at home.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay.
about
I like
Caius?
this. I like this
Caius
look.
Yeah,
on it.
Caius is dressed up
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I would imagine Caius is just a more basic suit, Just something like a going out type of dress down suit, sport coat and slacks, something like that. It's like, hey, I'm a
Awesome.
normal human person that definitely isn't like covered with scars. Yeah, it's cool, guys. And
Okay,
a fedora,
so-
maybe to hide the scars on my
Oh
face.
no, he's got
yeah.
a fedora.
Yeah, absolutely.
Caius would definitely have a fedora.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to help my
so
boy
well.
Yen. Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
imagining Yen in
baby.
a big fluffy hat too. I couldn't not
Yeah.
imagine tiny Yen in a huge hat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just
Ooh.
3 Wolf Moon T-shirt.
yeah. 100%.
That's an
like
ancient
this.
relic from Terra.
Cargo shorts.
All right, you approach the bar.
Wait, what is
Um,
Scythia's outfit now as well? I do need to know.
I imagine she's
We're
got
painting
some
word
like
picture.
purple shoulder cape action with like a gold,
Yes.
you know, like a gold like rope around it, and then
Yeah.
like white dress clothes and like some black like fitted trousers, you know, like that kind of deal, with the sword at her hip and the like air of confidence. But I mean, she's like a scarred-looking veteran from a death world, so there's a bit of that like disconnect between fancy clothes and her
Yeah.
rest of her
It's
appearance.
it's a very 80s Madonna power move you're pulling.
Yeah,
there.
you know.
I feel like none of our outfits match whatsoever.
No,
Just
no.
Yeah, but
we look like
the
complete
other thing,
creep.
the other thing is like they don't super have to, because
Yeah,
the
exactly.
only people who are nobles in 40K are like either like lifetime civil servants, military officials of some kind, or just like incredibly rich, unaffiliated, you know, like people. That's kind of it. So,
Yeah,
we
we didn't
fit all the
have
boxes,
to get
you know,
together
that's
and
fine.
yeah.
You do fit all the boxes, and you know, the funny thing is, I think Scythia is the one who walks the walk the best, right? For your training and such.
yeah, I mean,
is
she's
kinda funny.
she's got confidence, you know.
Yeah. Who? So there's actually 2 questions here, right? Very important. Are you entering together and like moving around together? And who's on first?
I imagine Yen would be taking the lead if they're walking all together.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna stop myself from
I'm
making
sort
who's on
of
first joke because
I'm sort of thinking my best move here is not to stand right next to Yen, and is in fact to separate and watch from a distance and see if I can pick anything up on my own.
I think I'd wingman Yen in there.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
I think
I'll
I'd
leave
go
that
in
to
with
you
her.
guys,
That's
and I'll
great.
go
Yeah.
stealth in the corner. You know.
Uh-huh.
At least you
That's so
guys
fitting.
dressed down though.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so that puts Yen and Caius entering the Amasec bar first. When the doors open and you step through, you're first hit with not the scent of high quality Amasec, that's after. First, you're hit by the thick smog of cigar smoke that's cloying to the entire room, hanging heavily on pretty much every aspect of it.
So, would you call the amount of cigar smoke any kind of vision impairing?
It actually
okay.
is
I just wanted to
vision
make
impairing.
sure. Yeah.
Yes. It absolutely is. In some places a -10, maybe -20 if you were like on the ground, right? Because it's a
Nice.
haze. It's down there, and it's almost the like air conditioning systems that are built into a lot of Imperial buildings just as second nature, because it's all pre-planned. They are almost deliberately non-functional so that there is this haze in this room, right? Usually it'll be kind of voided out. The first thing you see entering is the bar. It's in front of the main entrance. Very beautiful wooden bar. It has actually a painting of wildflowers upon it. That's this planet's whole thing. They're obsessed with the wildflowers of the world that used to be here. And behind it is shelves of different types of Amasec. Amasec is a very high quality, usually fortified alcohol that is popular among the nobility. You can get lower classes of it amongst soldiers and common folk, but up here it's fortified, it's rich, it's mostly from off-world too, and you can almost see the different qualities in the different types of bottles. The staff are not servitors, which might be a surprise to some, but they do have a couple of cybernetics that would be appropriate for their station. There are a couple of little booths to the left. That's where the largest window is as well, to the left. In case you're planning on smashing anyone through a window, I need to give you the option. And to the right, the tavern kind of opens up more, and there are larger booths. One's meant for people really having meetings, right? That's what this whole place is for. The kind of place where there would be shady individuals. The places where, again, the shadows hang deep. There are enough tiny little stab lights built into all the fixtures to give them enough light to see by, but yet there's this cloying smoke as well. When it comes to the people in the bar, there are 2 people working at the bar. There is one person hanging out right next to the door, to the point that you might think they're a bouncer until you realize that like their outfit is completely different to the people at the bar itself. Sitting at the bar, actually leaning upon it, is someone that when Scythia, you enter, you can immediately tell that they are some kind of assassin or bounty hunter. It's just the way they're positioned here, perfectly for propositions, but also the way they just hold themselves. They're wearing a large coat with like a fur boa, but then a skin-tight mask with a couple of like lenses and eyepieces on it. It's almost insectoid. Very interesting. Other people around the bar? Well, there's a couple of people at these booths. One is alone. There's only one person who's alone. Everyone else has either a partner or is like talking to someone in one of the other booths, right?
I mean, presumably we're looking for a lady, right?
Yeah, the person who is alone is a raven-haired woman.
Oh.
Sitting in like the corner of a booth, which is what you do when you know, either expecting company or kind of leaving it open for guests or something.
Well, I mean, I know what I'm gonna do, and that's roll up next to this guy at the bar with the mask on, Ollie, and try and flash him the secret handshake. You know what I mean, like the death cult gesture.
Sure.
Nice.
You wanna know what's funny? I would love a skill check for this. I did briefly consider the trade skill, because it is your trade. What would be appropriate? Why don't you give me a...
I mean, we could make up a lore and then just do that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, give me basically an intelligence lore check. Right, so just roll intelligence. I'll give you a +20. It's your jam.
All right, I'm just gonna roll Scholar Progenitum because I haven't written anything for this
Yes.
yet. But we'll just. Hopefully, I can not fuck it up. I'm not intelligence high, so we'll see.
No, I mean that's why I gave you the +20. But even then,
it's okay.
looking for
I
a
can
50, you
re-roll
got
it.
an 80.
I can re-roll it because I have.
You gonna use one of your fates?
Yeah, you got
I mean,
2
why
whole fate.
why
Yeah,
not?
that's-
It's a +20. If I fail it, it's kind of sad. Here we go. Failing it.
You
Here
said
we
it,
go.
not me.
Here we go. Failing it.
It's a
Here we go.
Easy 39 right here. You
Hang
got
on,
this.
hang on. Hey, 5 degrees of success, baby. There
Getting
it
a
is.
5 points of success. You
Nice.
go up to this individual, and you can tell that they read you the same way you're reading them, right? Assassins know assassins. Whatever sort of secret handshake you do, they've clearly done enough work around the block to know the sort of subtle language.
I think it's
between
one of those
assassins.
things. I think it's one of those things that's like it would be different all over the place because obviously the galaxy is a large place and various symbols are going to be different and various cults are going to have different symbols. But like, it's notable as a gesture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, rather than necessarily a specific one.
It's like thieves' can't. It's not necessarily a language. It's more of a gesture and meaning that other people can read.
That was kind of my vibe, yeah.
Really well. Yeah, for sure. That's what I was thinking too. You do get the impression that they're, maybe not part of an official death cult or anything like you, but they are definitely an assassin for hire who caters to nobility.
Oh yeah, they're hanging out in this bar with their like visor on.
Yeah. You actually, they will actually speak through the visor with a sort of vaguely feminine voice through the hiss of the visor, and will sort of be like, well then, there's not usually anyone else on my turf. A drink?
No reason not to. And I don't know much about your turf so much as there's a lot of conflict happening here at the moment, and that's never not good for business.
There is a quiet chuckle that reverberates through the mask, and they all order like just you a drink. A sort of essentially a shot of this high quality Amasec.
Yeah, I mean, I keep an eye on it, obviously. I'm not going to drink it right away. Just leave it on the bar. And
Yeah.
hold on to it. And then see what the other two are up to before I continue deeply into this conversation. Go team.
Awesome.
Go. Do
Yeah.
things.
That was
So
my hope,
there's-
right? We got Scythia's set up. Scythia is palling around with the assassin buddy. Let's get back to Yen and Caius. I don't have a good nickname for your partner pairing yet, but we'll get one.
Figure it out. Ken. Yeah, Ken's good. Yeah, Yaeus
Or
is great.
Yaeus,
I think Ken is it. I think I'm gonna like grab Yen by the shoulder and point out the woman that was sitting by herself, right? And be like, "Hey, buddy, listen. I got a good feeling about this. You should go talk to her."
I mean, we could, but what if it's not her?
Hey, this is how we find things out, all right? Yeah,
I've got an idea. I've done this sort of plan
Alright.
before.
Uh-huh.
Just follow my lead.
Okay.
Is there a bartender? There's bartender at the bar, right?
Yeah, there's like a bartender cyborg, basically.
Do you want some more?
Yeah, it has white gloves on.
Yeah!
So Yen would approach the bartender.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, bartender.
Yes. Is there anything I can get you?
No, I was wondering if you could help me with something. I, found this data pad. Apparently it belongs to someone called, Picello? Something like that. Do you know if they're here at all?
Oh, that's such a good, such a good idea.
Yeah, I like this.
Okay. I mean, I
just-
need to make you make a check for this.
I just
real
imagined
quick.
Lucid and
You-
Yin
you
look
charm
like
a
those dudes
robot?
from like Night at the Roxbury.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
This is
skin suit.
going to be a deceive check. I will give you a plus 20. You look the part, and it all fits. It all fits.
Come on, Yen.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
nice.
what's that? That is another
Another
roll of a
4.
4. Trying
Yeah.
to get a 60. 6 degrees of success. They're going to look at you. They have still have their human eyes. They have a kind of updated mouthpiece, and one of their arms is cybernetic, which would be currently working through some of the bottles, and would look at you and the data slate for a bit of time before pointing to the woman sitting alone at the bar. At the booth in the corner.
Oh, thank you. Also, do you have anything good to drink? Like, something just refreshing,
Yeah, there
Anyway,
we
it's
go.
been a long day.
Everything we have is good to drink.
Crab juice.
Anything you recommend? Bartender special? Anything like that?
Bartender special, it is. and will
Oh no.
will basically give you a kind of like fortified wine cocktail.
Towel water.
Yeah,
Wine
you get the
spritzer.
toilet water.
Yen
Nice.
gets a Bartles and
Shirley
James.
Temple.
Pours out the bar mat. Yeah, here you go.
Yeah. And it's all like an automated process, right? The right arm is like designed for serving and managing drinks. It's very interesting. You served your drink, and the bartender will ask, "Would you like me to deliver this to Miss Picello myself?"
Is he referring to the drink?
The data slate.
No, it's fine. You're busy. I can go sort it out.
I am never too busy for a customer's request. But your choice has been noted.
And
Yen looks to Chaos.
you want anything over here?
You know, do I? I don't think so. I'm just. I'll just shake my head and be like, nah.
What level of flammable is Caius? That's the real question.
I mean, there's like, I think I'm good. Like with the fumes and smoke and everything in here, I think I'm actually pretty like content. You know, it's almost like nostalgic for me. So, I think we're good.
Takes a deep inhale
Yeah.
of cigar smoke, like
Yeah, just like yeah.
yeah.
That's nice. Yeah. Drink that in. No, I think I'll just go with Yen's roll on this, honestly.
Yeah.
All right. That's. Thank you for the help, bartender.
Yeah.
You heading over to the woman, Yen?
Yeah, I think maybe you'd have a little bit of a sidebar with Caius first.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, please
All right.
do.
So there's a few ways we can go about this.
Yeah.
We could go the direct route, go there, sit, talk like that. Or we could do the accidental route where, maybe one of us trips, spills the drink, start the conversation that way.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Did you think that? The guy's gotta look natural,
What if? Wait, hold up. No. I've got the perfect idea. No, Yen, you know what? I think I'm onto this. I need you to walk over in about 30 seconds or so. I'll start this.
All right, sounds
So-
good. I fully
So
trust
I'm
you.
actually, you know what? I call and motion to the bartender. You know what? I think I will have a couple of drinks.
Mm-hmm. They serve you whatever you order.
Give me 2 beers.
There's definitely a hesitation. It's like beers coming
Yeah.
up, and like has to
good.
deliberately like turn and go to like a chest in the corner.
Yeah.
There's a
For serving
chugging
you?
noise as the arm spins up.
Yeah, perfectly like level of like froth to drink.
Nice.
It
Nice.
gets the
Sounds
whole
like a
angle
sub
built
pump.
in.
Nice. Excellent. I'm definitely gonna walk over to the table and as I approach, I'm gonna slide the beer in front of him and be like, "Hey, saw you sitting by yourself. I got you a drink. You're welcome."
The first
Saw your
thing you
bite.
notice,
I see what you're going for here, and I
Yeah.
love it.
I couldn't help but annoy you.
Yeah.
first thing you notice is a beam of red cutting through the cigar haze from her cybernetic eye.
Nice.
That trains in on you. Very, like, with the haze, you can see where she's looking, and she looks
Sure.
you up and down.
At the fedora.
The fedora.
Nice. She sees the. I see you taking a gander at my fedora. That's right. It's real.
Drink it in.
Yeah. Enjoy it. That's good fabric right there.
Oh, that's so funny. Can
I
you please
definitely
give
don't
me
look
a
like a
charm
hard-boiled
check,
egg in a
Caius?
It's plush. It's velour.
What am I doing?
A charm check.
Charm. Oh god, no, this is gonna be.
I'm going to. By the way,
great.
I forgot to even mention that this is.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you've all been speaking in High Gothic this whole time, right?
Sure.
The language of nobility, deliberately meant to be obscure. I will give you a +10 on this, Caius. You
Okay.
look the part.
+10 on charm. Okay, well.
You can use a fate point to give yourself another +10 if you don't like those
No.
odds.
We're gonna try. If I need to re-roll, we'll re-roll. You know.
You were close.
Whoa. Okay.
You got a
all right.
27 when you were looking for a 20. Your
Yeah,
your
let's
modifier
do that.
for charm
Let's do
is
that
10.
one more time.
Oh my god. That's
Okay. Well.
no.
that's worse. That's a 57.
Turns out she's not into weird fedora.
Yeah. No.
guys.
I mean, well, this is
Caius
the
pulls out his
setup
Pokemon
for-
card collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
This is.
Move has
I
never failed me
actually-
before.
Yeah, I don't know why. I actually want to fail this. This is the setup for Yen, anyways. So yeah.
You see this, babe? This is a foil.
Yeah.
Classic
Yeah.
move.
Yeah, this is the setup
Oh.
for it. Yeah, this is the setup for Yen. So, how does she respond?
You see her reach out and pick up the
Uh-huh.
bottle. Right.
Uh-huh.
A bottle of beer, and look down at it. She looks back up at you. Her uncybernetic eye is just as piercing. Well then, feel free to move along at your earliest convenience.
I'm sorry. That didn't sound like a thank you, so I'm a little confused.
Several Magic the Gathering deck boxes fall
And I
out of
kind of
his
like
coat.
behind my back, I start to like wave Yen over.
Funnily, she kind of gives you a sharp smile and will,
Uh-huh.
lean back. The leather of the seats will creak. You notice as she leans back, she's wearing a very high quality armored chestplate.
Oh yeah,
It's like built
nice,
into
nice.
the armor. It's very, very nice. It's Tempestus pattern, if you know of the patterns of different armors. Very high quality. And she will almost kind of laugh to herself a little bit. Like, you're right. You got me a gift. Thank you. I've not seen anyone order a bottle of carbonated hops within this bar in my whole life.
You used to it, babe. Ah.
I ordered like a relic. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
We didn't even mean to sell this. Yeah.
It's Budweiser.
it's been here for 10,000 years.
It's a little skunky.
All right. It's actually expensive because it's a relic of Terra. It's just like, yeah, we found I don't know, we found a case of Heineken left over.
Yeah, it's like,
Outside, Ohm turns to Risa and just. It sounds awkward in there.
It's going well. It's fine.
Kind of.
Yen, do you come over?
Yen, where you
Caius
at?
wasn't. Yeah, Caius wasn't shooed away actually as he expected. He's still
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
This is where Yen's gotta swoop in, right?
Yeah.
And be
Caius.
like, is this guy bothering you?
Yeah. Yen,
She
Yen,
beats
let's-
up Yin and Caius gets laid.
It's going that way.
What's the plan?
Yeah. Yen, come on in.
Roll for talk to girl.
This is why we
I
play
don't even know
tabletop RPGs for the fantasy.
I'm trying to think that because I was going to go down that route. I was banking on it being a lot more aggressive towards Caius.
You were trying to get the impression
That's what I
that
said, yeah, that's what I said.
there's a little-
You bust in with the, you know.
yeah.
That woman's like, "You're stupid. I like you."
Yeah, it's exactly that. You know, Caius is at the very least entertaining right now. Do
You're right.
you want to give it a bit, Yen? Give Caius a bit more time?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just stuck.
You're stunned.
all right.
Boncel,
Oh,
Guys,
know.
they've been
fine.
in the bathroom for 30 minutes.
Boncel, can you hear me? Boncel, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Boncel, now is your chance. Assert your dominance.
Kissing.
Or you want me to beat him up? I can't just beat him up.
Beat him up, be more graceful, but assert your dominance. It's the only way to...
Yen just rolls in, kisses Caius full on the lips.
I messed up.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. I'll,
Okay, I
you
think
know.
I think I've got an idea.
Okay.
Yen comes
Go
over
for
with
it.
a beer.
Yeah, Yen would approach and first off probably point towards the beer.
Is that really what you're gonna get her?
Nice. Hey, what tough guy? You think you can do better? Huh?
Well, all I'm saying is I'm pretty sure those sort of things had cobwebs on them when the bartender got it.
Yeah, well, it looks like you took your outfit out of a cobweb closet as well, huh?
Well, listen, just because you can't afford stuff like this doesn't mean you gotta insult it.
Hey, this is.
Like, I can
this
afford
is-
the bartender special right here.
Again, this is the top of the. Have you not seen the top of the line fedora I'm wearing? Huh? Again,
Shirley
real
Temple.
fabric. It's a Shirley.
Super expensive bartender special, top of the line.
It's just
I've got three
it's
cherries.
Just, it's just a
Yeah.
club soda.
Nice.
While you two are doing this little display, she is
Uh-huh.
just leant back and
Nice.
is watching.
Uh-huh.
She has began sipping at the beer while just
Nice.
watching. You two are having a time, you know.
Yeah.
She's
I just-
again. She seems kind of like she's smiling. She's amused at very least.
Yeah. I'll just
Alright,
look
you
like
two
straight
kiss.
at Yen and I'll be like, "Hey, what? You wanna talk to the lady instead? Fine, I guess you can do that." And I'll just like wander off to try to
Could you
set
please
him
give
up
me-
to like have a discussion.
Can you give me a deception check with a +20?
Hell
Exceed
yeah.
check with a +20.
Plus
there?
20. Yeah,
Do
yeah,
we
yeah.
both have to do that?
I'm gonna put this one on Caius. The +20 is partly your input there.
Uh-oh.
But you might need to do a backup one if Caius fails horribly.
Just in case.
Can
I think
flip
we'll
his
try that
fedora.
one
a
again.
fate point.
I just like flick
Yeah, I
his
think
fedora
we'll
off his
use a
head.
fate point and okay, come on.
It's a better failure. You
Yeah,
switched your failure
you know-
with 1 degree, additional degree, to a regular failure, 59 on a 50.
Yeah.
Yen goes to flick the fedora and caresses Caius's face instead.
Classic. And then you're gonna march off Caius, right? Leave you
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah. I'll just march off, sure.
Jesus, what was that guy?
Lovers quarrel, it looks like.
Is the window that's on the opposite side of the north wall close enough for Ohm's little mechadendrite to have like slithered up to look through it?
It is, and it's dark glass, but your mechadendrite can look through that kind of thing. So yeah, you can see your mechadendrite zooms up, rests on the windowsill just to see, Yen flicking Caius's fedora and Caius to march off.
Yeah, beat it.
13. What do you see inside?
I assume this is some sort of mating ritual.
It's all mating rituals, but is something is the plan
This
going?
is Inquisition.
Okay.
Yin has appropriated Caius' act.
Risa on her third low stick.
Yeah. Just chain smoking IHO sticks.
Perfect.
Yeah, Yen. She she will move slightly to accommodate you sitting. I mean, it's a booth that could fit like 6 people, right? She's in the corner of it. It's one of those things where there's a table in the middle. You can kind of sit either side, but she will make a motion. It's like you are allowed to sit, right?
Yen would sit and probably continue as what he was saying before.
Yeah, sorry about that. I've just kind of been dealing with guys like that all day. You know, they think they're all that. They come in here with their fancy hats, you know, buying the expensive relic beers and think, you know, they're the top of the world. Just kind of get sick of it after, like, the 20th time.
Oh, really? You deal with gentlemen like this all the time? What is it that you do for your profession?
Stocks?
Stonks.
Stonks. Yeah.
Orc stocks?
Are you gonna say orc stocks?
Yeah.
Yeah. They believe
Yeah.
it's going up, so it is actually going up.
Ah.
Just like real stocks.
Yeah, I was about to say this.
That's just stocks.
He is, yeah.
The Orc of
Who
Wall
knew that
Street.
stockbrokers were orcs. Interesting. I wouldn't have imagined, based on your outfit, that you parlayed with orcs. Be careful who you tell that to. Some would have your head for that.
Oh, yeah, I know. You know, it's a risky business, but someone's got to do it. Money's money. I'm sure you know a thing or two about that.
I do. I do. Now tell me, why are you here? I am not an orc, as you can tell.
Well, like I said, the guy was just kind of...
Sorry, I was going to like up in your business, but no. The thing
Guys up in your
Yin
grill, hit him
Bonzel.
one of these.
Sex symbol.
I just saw he was offering you something that I don't think anyone's drank for at least 10,000 years. I thought I'd come over here and offer you something a bit better.
Shirley Temple.
Oh, that's for me.
There's something a little bit more higher class. A bit more of your standards.
I have to say, I find the relic curious. There is so much ancient and dusty. In this world and the rest of the Imperium, sometimes it comes up with something interesting. Admittedly, this bottled beverage tastes more like the crates they store the rest of the Amnestac in. Yes, this is more to my taste. Your name?
Ben Yancel. Nice to meet you.
I'm gonna quickly peek from behind like one of the pillars and give him a thumbs up and be like, "You're doing great, buddy. This is going well."
Ben Yonsel. My name is Ravella. Although I do have the
Nice.
impression that you may know who I am. Or is that just my ego speaking?
Do I know you from somewhere? Do you get around orcs much?
He's floundering.
You can give me a...
Get on the bead with okay, this is not going well.
Please,
no,
please
I
give me
got
a
it, I
deceive check, Yen.
Oh, get in here.
Give you a plus 20.
Oh shit!
Oh, plus 4 successes on
Nice,
Yen's
nice.
deceive, getting a 27 on a 60.
Now we're
He's not
talking.
floundering at all. There is a trill of laughter from the woman.
I prefer to think she's actually been deceiving him this entire time, and that's much funnier.
Oh shit!
Just casually
I do
looking
know a
at
little
a data
about-
pad with his face on it, going,
You
uh-huh.
can do it, Benyon Cell, I believe.
My name is E Inquisitor.
Yeah, she's gonna laugh. And not in a I'm laughing at you, laughing at the joke you made. Definitely a joke. And she will respond with something just between you and me. I have talked with some of the orcs.
Oh, you get into the orc market often?
I don't think you could call it a market, but I do respect some of the ways that orcs work. The biggest and the strongest is the best, factually. There is no stabbing in the back, there is no politics, it's all biggest. There's no churches, there's no gold. Still, same kind of war paint, I suppose. She says, kind of like motioning to her face, right? Which has, you know, a level of makeup. It's not as decadent as like you've been seeing a lot of people who dress like French aristocrats, right? But still, you know, painted lips and stuff like that.
Juggalistocats.
Oh. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. That's what's in the High Palace.
Yeah, the orcs, they're all about strength, you know, it's if you're bigger, you're better, that sort of thing. You seem pretty strong yourself, honestly.
I know how to duel. One-on-one.
I can't say I'm too good at that myself, personally. You know, noodle arms.
Yes, your arms do seem underdeveloped. Sometimes all you need is a little bit of faith, and she will rest her hand that's not on the Shelley Temple that you bought her on the only other noticeable part of her outfit, right? So she's got the chest plate.
Oh.
And she's fairly small, but the other part is an amulet, fairly large amulet that has a kind of gem in the middle and is kind of in the shape of a kind of old world Templar-esque cross. Kind of thing you have been seeing around these churches in some design. It's almost inquisitorial, but not quite. If you need lessons in dueling, I could.
She's inviting you to
Not
duel
anyone,
privately. Yen, get in there.
I might have to take you up on that offer.
The body heat on the female has risen several degrees.
Fantastic. Well done, Yen.
But is that embarrassment?
Yeah. I try to meet his eyes, and I make the little circle motion. I'm like, in your pocket, you know? Remember.
This is like Always Sunny meets 40K.
It has become. That is what this has become, and it was inevitable at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Had to be the session when we gave Yen the field. Okay. She will kind of like shake her head and be, not now, of course. After all, two gentlemen have bought me expensive and rare drinks.
Why, you
Kiss
scared
my
I can
shoe.
beat you?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's an intimidate check, my friend.
Nice.
Oh no.
Again, a plus 20. You've set all this up. You're speaking the language. You got all that stuff.
I like it.
Yen panics and hits her, and then everything is ruined.
I have to come back in. We just keep swapping out every time we mess up.
That is a success.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Glad I gave you the
I'm
plus
just-
20 because it was a 20.
I joked about getting Yen laid, but we're doing it. Let's go, buddy.
Well then, I suppose you have challenged my honor and my skill. I will duel you. Blades,
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Pistols at dawn.
Blades or pistols? I am competent in both.
pistols would be good. Just
God
aim a
damn
little
it.
bit. I'm not too good of a shot, but even grounds by the sounds of it.
She gives you a strange look as she stands. She will drink the rest of the drink you got her. And
Yes, good, Yen. Insult
motion to the door.
Women in these situations love being insulted. Good work.
Yeah. Now say something about her hair not looking as good as it can.
Wait, did Kai's pick up his fedora or was it still there?
No.
No one wants to touch that.
Yeah, I left it behind. Yeah.
Can I pick it up and put it on?
Yeah!
Yeah.
You're the alpha dog now.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's right.
Assert your dominance, Yen.
He
It's
who
the only
wears the
way.
fedora holds the power.
Assert your dominance. Good work.
It's what we all
He who
thought.
wears the fedora rules Comic Con.
Oh,
She is going to head to the door. She is going to pat the chest of the guy standing by the door. Now that you're inside, you can see that he's it's hard to tell if he's a noble or not. Like short, blonde, cropped hair, kind of a very stern face. Pats his chest as she leaves.
Yen does the same.
Nice.
Thinking his
He looks slightly confused and does like instinctually move to a weapon that's like under the cloak he's wearing, but then realizes that what's happening, I guess, and will stop.
as soon as they move towards the door, Ohm will retract the mechadendrite so as to not look
This-
super suspicious.
Just like the second before they leave. Yeah, that's hilarious. Well then, I'll lead you to a dueling arena that is perfectly equipped for such a battle. I will expect you to win, after all, to challenge me.
I know. I'll give it my best shot.
Yeah. And we'll head to the elevator and have it go. Start going even further up. Do you want to do anything before heading in? Any messages to the rest of the team? Because you are going off alone.
Well, hey, wait. Did you leave the bar or?
Yeah, he left.
They have left the bar.
We're
Oh,
leaving.
they left
Yeah.
the bar. Okay.
They have left the bar.
That's fine. As long as Yen gives me the look while they're it's all good.
Finger guns.
Finger guns, yeah.
Finger guns. Okay. She will make an order in High Gothic to the elevator personnel, and the elevator will head up in towards the higher governorial palace.
Oh boy.
Not how I expected this session going, but who can expect Ben Yonsel?
I mean, he's getting closer.
Big Ben
he's-
Yonsel.
He's currently getting closer and closer to the secret documents. You know, it's fine. Like,
I mean, if the secret documents are in a form of a bullet, yeah, he's doing really
I'm
good.
sure, yeah, but
It's
it's
fine.
whatever.
I think this is a great place to take a little break. I would encourage you to plan what the rest of you are going to be doing while Ben is off dueling 1v1.
Big
I'm
Ben
gonna
Yonsel.
I'm going to attempt to actually push the plot forward.
Wall Street.
What? What are you talking about?
Well, thank you
All
very
right.
much. We're going to have a very quick break. We'll be back very shortly for the second part of DoomLore, a 40k story. Thank you very much.
Wowza.
Welcome back, everyone, to DoomLore, a 40k story. If you're listening to the show on podcasting apps such as Spotify or Stitcher, come hang out at our Twitch channel every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific to see the show live. We're going to get right back into it, so take it away, Ollie.
This session has gone in a direction.
Sure has.
We're doing
Ben
good.
Yoncel has left the bar. Ben Yoncel has left the bar and has gone upstairs in the elevator, leaving the rest of you behind. While Ben is being escorted to a dueling chamber, what is it the rest of you would like to do? Now, just to give you another recap, Caius and Cynthia are still in the bar with a couple of other interesting people. The assassin and the large gentleman that Ravella clearly knew in some way. And Risa and Ohm, you're still kind of chilling outside. What do you guys want to do?
Does Ohm 13 have an entire schematic of this building, or is it just this floor?
The outer description and what he could see through the window.
I see. Is there
So
any...
you don't really know anything about the
Is there
other
any
floors.
port or access panel that Ohm 13 could use to gain access to any kind of camera system or...
Oh, there's always a port that Ohm can use if his checks are successful enough. No! No! No toaster sex in this campaign.
Ohm 13.
Alright, yeah, sure.
Will you kindly provide a schematic of this building?
What end?
So that we might know Yen Boncel's probable location, in case we need to provide him any kind of support?
Oh, Yen has left the building. He's going to another part of the city.
Oh, well then we're going to follow him.
Yeah, I'll handle.
Yeah.
Yen left several moments ago,
And then Ohm will just sort of point at the elevator or the lift platform,
Okay. Well,
and then go back to tinkering.
we're going to follow it at a distance. I imagine Rice has done this before.
Yeah, there would be stairs on the side of like the elevator mechanisms, right? Because this is like a core part of the city, being so vertical. So you could kind of follow at a distance using the stairs. It's going to be a lot of stairs, but you absolutely could.
Rice is fine with that. Exercise.
Yeah,
And I have
Cynthia,
I have a false knee now too. So.
that's right, and that's what's really going to kill you doing all those stairs. We should all have false knees, really.
Mm-hmm.
That's the future I want. Caius and Cynthia. You can't just chill at the bar. I mean, it's definitely Caius's energy.
We could probably like reconnect at this point, right? Well, no, wait, Cynthia's still talking to that person, right?
Yeah, I think my plan was just to like try and get as much general information about like what this person would be doing in this circumstance. Like, you know, have a conversation with this person who I've made this connection with to be like, well, who's hiring? You know, who have you been working for recently? Like, has there been any talk about, you know, seizure of imperial military goods? Like,
Yeah, just
these
slide
sorts
that
of
one
things.
in
Just
casually.
like do a little bit of like casual conversation followed by the actual
Yeah.
questions we want to know about.
You maybe an inquiry check. I'm gonna give you a plus 30 for
Okay.
all the various bonuses you have, which should hopefully counteract. I don't know if you have inquiry training.
Let's
But-
find out.
But it's a good one to do. The basically,
I
you've
do
been
not.
chatting this whole time.
I do not have an inquiry stat, but I here we go. I guess. You said plus 30.
Plus 30.
All right.
That's a success. You needed a
Serious.
44. You got a 29. 2 degrees of success as well. Yeah, this assassin is actually very comfortable talking to you. You find out that her name is Foxheart, or at least the assassin name. And
It's a pretty good name.
yeah. They will kind of explain that there's a lot of individuals who end up here who are looking for jobs that are either on or off the record. She actually gets a lot of jobs that are essentially for either the ecclesiarchy or the governorial palace that are official, right? It's like official paid assassin work. And a lot of that would be going through, the governor's aides and things, visiting this place. Whether it's actually for the governor specifically, she doesn't ask those questions. She doesn't need to, usually. There's also sometimes independent work. She has heard of that some of the governor's people have been skimming supplies from the various imperial militarum supply drops and things like that, but nothing specific about this case. She does ask whether you're looking to hire someone to look for them, right?
I think there's a little bit of she's willing to entertain the idea of taking a job or hiring for a job, even if the price is right and the intel is good, Yeah. I think there's a little bit of back and forth on that. There's nothing definitive, but over the time it takes for Caius and Yen to flirt with
with whoever.
our target, that's what
Yeah.
I'm up to.
Yeah. Just so you know, there straight up is a mechanic for hiring NPCs in this game. It's basically a permanent influence cost to hire someone to assist you for a time. And Foxheart would be kind of interested. Caius, what are you doing now that Yen/Ben has left the building?
I mean, I guess there's not much for me to do in the bar. I assume I just would go hang out with Ohm and Risa, right?
Go follow, yeah.
Yeah, just see what they're up to.
Scythia, are you planning to do that after you?
I think I'm gonna engage myself particularly with grabbing Foxheart as a person we could hire on.
Okay.
As well as more resources for the Inquisition are always good, whether they know they're working for us or not. So, I've just what would you call it? Pivoted from the objective somewhat. While other things are happening.
Okay, awesome. So, Yen, is there anything you'd like to sort of chat with Ravelo Paisello while you're doing all of that?
Really try to drum up some casual conversation.
So, what is it you do? Exactly.
I suppose that is the question. Are you looking for an answer as vague as the one you gave me? Or something more specific?
I thought I was pretty specific.
One does not end up doing dealings with orcs in the way that you described unless you were perchance working alongside an Inquisitor of the Xenos, or perhaps a small group of xenobiologists. I am not accusing you of lying, it's just curious. I'm sure there's more to your story.
There is, but I keep some things to myself. I'm sure you do too.
Aye, that's very reasonable. How much do you know about the orcs aboard upon this planet?
A little bit. I'm still relatively new. If you know anything that I don't, I'd appreciate it. It'd help out.
I have been doing quite a bit of study on my own about these orcs, about the names they take, the flags they wear, their war chiefs. A great number of these orcs are very interested in work for hire, be it for other orcs or for the Imperium if the situation would arise. I find that extremely interesting.
It's good to know. Have you ever hired some yourself? Can you vouch for them? Any ones I should be looking out for?
Can you give me a charm check?
Is this just like elevator conversation? They're just like going up, the elevator music is playing, and they're just like talking about orc.
Yeah,
diplomacy?
basically. It's a bit of that, and there's a bit of like walking, talking as well.
So that's a
you got
charm?
a plus 10 on this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even need to give you the big numbers for you to succeed. That's a 60 with a 48. That's 2 degrees of success. There are some orcs who call themselves freebooters. They will accept any form of currency, or anything that is of use to them. Weaponry, especially. I think that might be useful in the current struggles going through the planet of Parsk. Their leader, Gate Crusher. you know that she is trying to like make these names sound more noble than they are because they're orc names. But orc names are usually a little bit more wild than that. But like, Gate Crusher is an orc that can be trusted to do business. I have not hired any orc commandos or assassins or demolitions expert, if anything, if that's what you're wondering. Although I do think that, well, perhaps the Imperium may be interested in doing so, especially if they're so keen on continuously misusing and losing supplies.
So what you're saying is they would be down to do business as long as I've just got someone to bring them? Like, how big of a gun we talking here? Like, chain gun? Anything like that?
It would have to be interesting. The orcs like to take the weapons apart, tinker with them. But the orcs on this planet are death skulls. They are interested in the loot. So anything that would interest them. Vehicles, technology, materials.
Is there anything they can take apart?
Anything they can take apart, anything they can use. Anything that shoots, anything that stabs, anything that rumbles across the ground or sky.
Okay, I could probably find something. Is there something they prefer the most? Like their specialty? Like a bartender
Guns.
special?
Yes, every bartender on this planet has the same special. It's all programmed in. It would be guns. Guns and ammo. And explosives.
I could probably get some of those, I guess. It's not really the sort of thing you could just buy at a corner store.
No. It's the exact sort of thing that has been going missing from not only the governor's private supply, but also the militarum. It's the sort of thing where someone might already be sending to them. Or perhaps there are orcs skulking about our camps that we're not even aware of.
Stealth orcs.
Well, that'd be kind of, you know, if you,
Yes.
that'd be kind of
Orcs.
difficult to miss an orc.
That's what they say. I've heard rumors that some orcs of these death skulls are quieter and smarter than you would think, especially the ones that operate around the drained lake to the west. You want an intelligent conversation with an orc? That would be where you should go. She's going to punctuate a sentence by slapping her hand on a control panel on a piece of wall, making it open a door to a dueling arena.
Ah, the fun begins.
Oh, yeah. Small talk's over. She's going to walk inside. It is a brightly lit white room. Right? Kind of almost a little bit glaring to the eye until you're used to it, with racks of a couple of weapons in the walls, you know, benches for resting, a side area that seems to have lockers and showers and that kind of stuff to it. But mostly it's a rectangular dueling room. The ground is actually slightly padded, so you could throw someone to the ground without, like, immediately breaking their spine.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like a tier, so it's not like a training one for babies, but it's also not like an arena where you're going to explicitly kill someone. It's a kind of in-betweeny one. She actually didn't seem to have any weapons on her, and will actually go and walk up to a rack of sabers before, and will do the classic run a finger along like the blade of it before looking to you.
Oh.
Pistols, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think pistols would probably be good for now.
Close the
You know,
door.
I'm pretty good with
Wait.
knives, and I want to make it fair on you.
Shoots
You gonna
him.
head inside, Yen?
Hmm?
Into the spider's lair. Now, while they were walking and talking, Risa, and Caius, you were all tailing. I am gonna need, so there's actually kind of two ways you could do this, actually. It could be a stealth check, which wouldn't be very good, because Risa and Ohm stand out. Caius blends in a bit more, but you're with the group. Or Yen could have been giving you directions for when you, so you can move for more out of sight. Of course, that puts Yen at more risk, and also he has to give you directions that you can follow. What do you think you guys would do?
I think it would make more sense that Yen would be giving us directions.
What, like just radioing?
Yeah.
Would I have to be subtle with it? Like,
Oh yeah, the water has, you know, there's no water in the drained lake. It's left the
Yeah.
lake.
Yeah.
Yes,
Would I have to
absolutely.
be
It's
subtle
amazing.
about it?
It's been a while since I've been on Paul Street, going
Yeah.
southwest.
Exactly.
Trying
You
to
would
like
have to
flip
give me the
directions to do
stealth
another
check.
conversation.
Yeah.
I remember
yeah.
going to my mother's room in the dueling arena on the third door.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
I think
what
this,
do you
I
think
think this works.
skill fits this? I guess it is deceive. I guess this is a deceive check. Go ahead and give me a deceive check, Yen. No bonuses on this one.
oh no.
All natural.
Oh.
But you can use a fate point to give yourself a plus 10 to any roll at any time.
I have faith in myself. I no longer
You
have faith
failed.
in myself.
And you know what?
Oh,
You
I would
failed
like-
by 2. So if you did
Oh.
what I said, you would have succeeded.
Uh-huh.
42 on a 40.
You want to use a fate point?
I'd like to use a fate point to re-roll that.
You want a cookie?
You can do it on the second try. I believe in you, Ben.
Yeah, Ben.
Big Ben Yancel.
Ben 3 time.
Big Ben Yancel.
Big Ben.
You got
That's fun to
this.
say.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Nice.
way better. That's way better. That saves me having to worry about what would happen if you failed this check, which I'm very thankful for. She is going to go over to a weapons cabinet with dueling las pistols in them, and is going to throw one at you.
She removes a riding crop.
Oh,
I guess Ian would try to catch it.
Oh,
That's
you want to give me
ability.
a agility check for that?
Oh no.
Oh, my spindly arms.
You're trying to flirt with the woman and you can't.
Yeah.
Hey! 3 successes. You can spin the pistol around. You know, the whole hullabaloo.
Hey, good throw.
Good catch. You might be more competent than you look.
She starts getting actually worried for real.
You just threw it so good that it's just so easy to catch.
Opposite sides of the arena. We turn. And we duel. Until yield.
Oh, okay. Are we using like stun or?
There is no stun option on the pistol.
Okay. Is there any like sort of protective wear I can get? You know, this is a designer. You know.
You're welcome to take it off.
Oh.
Oh, darling.
Guys, I need help.
I need an adult.
Yen hits his panic button.
I guess at least take the jacket off. That's the most expensive part.
Oh.
Very many of the nobles who come here like to duel topless.
Uh-oh.
She says, like, checking the ammo
Oh.
pack in the las pistol and then, like,
Yeah.
loading it. Like, I've always found that foolish.
Yeah, if you're dueling, you may as well look stylish.
All right. It's going to be time to duel.
It's time
Oh no.
to. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was,
It's going to be a initiative check, Yen.
Oh no.
Don't bother clicking your token or anything, because of course
Fight,
this isn't going on
fight,
battle map,
fight.
but you are
Yeah.
dueling. You are
You guys in
dueling
the
her.
sidelines with popcorn just watching?
Yeah. I think
Well,
so.
they can hear. They can hear the sounds of
Just listening
hopefully
in,
fighting.
It says that I need to click a token to be able to roll it.
Oh, in which case the tokens should be on our little opening screen.
Go.
Oh, shit, I was gonna roll one. I'm just bad.
Man,
Wait,
sex
did I
is
do that right?
complicated in the 41st millennium.
And yet more satisfying. You actually get the initiative on her. So it's gonna be one where there's
Nice.
gonna be a like a klaxon, like a doot 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 before you turn and fire. You actually get the first turn. You actually do outspeed her. You are within close range of each other, right? Probably 6 meters away or so. Now this is a regular las pistol. It's bigger than the one in your boot. What would you like to do?
Has the fighting started?
You're
Yeah.
actually dueling.
Yeah, the bell has been
You're
rung.
in the middle of dueling.
Okay, then I'll blast.
The duel has begun. You just got the speed on. No, you could be like, I don't know, I don't feel like I'm comfortable with this, and basically skip your turn.
No, I'm gonna blast.
Okay.
We walk into
Blaster,
So
you're
I
gonna
started
standing
blasting.
over a charred corpse.
you're gonna have a plus 10 for the close range. And that should be it. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can just use the rules for your regular las pistol. It'll just do more damage. That is a hit with 1 degree of success. That's excellent. That will be. We'll go ahead and roll damage.
God, I hope I'm not gonna kill them.
She's wearing
Yeah,
Tempestus armor. You'll be fine.
What damage was that? 10 plus 1. So this is going to deal 2 more damage on top of that. So that's 10 armor. It would be a shot to the 47, and we all know 47 means the body, which is where the Tempestus armor is.
That's on purpose.
Yeah.
Is it where the target roll is, or what he actually rolled that's the hit marker?
It's reversed. So the 10's value and the
Oh no,
alpha
I thought
value.
we did it off his dice result, like he rolled a 66. Like he
You're
needed
right.
a 74.
That's still
and he
fine.
rolled
Yeah. I goobed it for a second there. That's okay. We all goob it occasionally.
Boo, new GM.
Ben goobed it.
Yeah, no! Don't
The
cast me.
Gooby movie.
Gooby movie, man.
You,
love that.
you, there's a crack of the las pistol, and you all hear it through the comm bead. It kind of almost distorts things for a sec. And you could swear you hit her right in the chest, but she doesn't seem to flinch or react in any sort of way other than like the chest armor briefly kind of flashing with the hit.
Yep.
That's only one of your actions. Now, bear in mind she's wearing good chest armor. I can't keep doing this while referring to a female character, but you can make cold shots. You're not as good at cold shots as Scythia, but it gives you, it's a -20, but you have a +10 from the range. It's only a
Cold shots are
-10 if you
pretty
want to do a
good.
cold shot. Yeah, you could do a cold shot to like the leg or the arm or the head if you wanted to.
I'd probably do a cool shot for the leg.
Okay. So that's going to be a... you got options in the attack mod thing. It basically gives you all the options. Cold shot should be on there. You still
Call
have short
shot
range.
for her
so
gun, nerd.
That's also an option.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
actually
cool
good.
option.
Yeah, I want to do the cool option actually. Now that you mention it,
Cool hand.
I want to be
Lucas.
cool.
Okay.
Overloads the power pack and kills her.
Oh god.
Let's do it.
That is a success. Please roll damage.
Yeah. Bend the Yancel.
Ben Yoncel. Okay.
I killed a woman.
Again, you could have sworn you hit her right in the pistol because she's just still turning. She's preparing to shoot. You strike the las pistol, but there's still that same flash as when you hit the body armor. You hit the pistol instead.
I know.
Yeah, Locke knows. Locke knows everything before I do it. Whole first arc, he was like, I can't believe you're sending us against this demon.
Such a dick.
And that's going to be your turn. Now she's
Is
going
there
to shoot.
any sort of noise that happens when the flash goes off?
You can make me a awareness check with a -20 due to the distortion through the combies.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I'm going to make a shot. She's going to actually shoot the pistol in semi-auto. Okay. Which doesn't give her a +10. It means she's going off more raw ballistic skill, but that's okay.
So, I'm going to spend a fate point to use Nothing Escapes My Sight. And I can spend a fate point to automatically succeed at an awareness or inquiry skill test.
Okay. Excellent.
The number of degrees equal to my perception bonus, so with 3 degrees of success.
That's amazing. You can tell the sound, right? Through the crackling of the las pistol, the sound of a power armor field. Something similar to a Rosarius. A field that protects the user in a tiny void shield bubble that protects them completely from harm from some attacks. Would you
Aren't
like to
those things
refer that to Yen?
Aren't those things charged off of, like, energy attacks anyway?
You could give me a Archaeotech check to find out more about it. Alright, to see how much you know.
Alright.
No, you don't care?
Well, he technically hasn't seen it, he's only heard it.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so that's going to be a semi-auto shot at Yen. two blasts from the dueling pistol. It's not gonna hit. So let's follow up with a more precise one.
She's got so many tech advantages in this fight.
Ohm is going to make a kind of, I guess you could call it an amused noise, and then turn to Risa.
Boncel is dueling against this woman, and she is using a very complicated energy shield. He will not win.
Is there a way to defeat the shield?
Not with the current.
And Ohm will just sort of sit there and cogitate for a moment. And I'm assuming he can hear the type of weapon they're using.
Yeah, it sounds like just regular las pistols, although las pistols tuned specifically for dueling, a little less lethal, a little more flashy. You do hear 3 shots from her that all miss. Yeah, and it's your turn.
The type of weapon is not sufficient to overpower her shield.
And did Ohm say this over the comms?
No, he said it directly to Risa.
All right, then.
And Caius, who's nearby as well.
Yeah, he's just assume that when Ohm is speaking, he's speaking out loud to himself, and if you happen to be near it,
if you're there, you're privy to the information as well.
Caius.
Yeah.
I don't want to know how you accomplish it, but is it possible for you to disable this shield?
Is it possible for me to disable this shield, Ollie?
like,
if you have a psychic ability that says disable a refractor shield, then maybe. Otherwise,
can I make it combust?
Yeah, that's can.
Yeah, you can make cold shots with your combustion is basically a gun. It works just like a gun. So you could make a cold shot against a specific item. I don't think you're meant to be able to use cold shots because fire damage always targets the body.
Yeah.
So I don't think it really matters with the rest of it, but you could target, a gun or an item or something.
The Rosaria's shield, he would basically light her on fire under the Rosaria's shield and not damage the field.
Yeah,
what would happen.
You don't know. You've not encountered anything like it before. Power shields, just so you know, general law, they're on large vehicles and ships.
Yeah.
Very rare for interpersonal things. While you're thinking about that, Yen, what would you like to do in a duel?
Yen has no idea what's going on, so he's just gonna keep blasting.
Just keep
He's gonna
blasting.
He's gonna aim for the gun again.
Bang, bang.
Sure.
Come on, this is meant to be cool.
Can I just, before he does it, can I just tell him over the intercom?
It's too late, I've already started.
If you wish. It's too late.
Just
As you wish.
I just want to tell Yen she's using some kind of technology. You can't hit her.
Yeah, she has a gun, Bez. Yeah, I can see that.
She's got some kind of shield. So look for something in the environment, Yen. You can't use your gun against her. It's not going to work.
It's meant to be a pistol duel. What am I supposed to do?
Improvise.
Kiss her.
Oh.
Your first shot
You
misses.
guys are the violent ones. I'm not good at improvising.
I'm too gentle.
Your first shot misses quite horribly, maybe due to the fact that because you're moving, you're dodging, right? But also the first shots against her did nothing. You thought they were bang on. You're maybe not even trusting your own hand. With the advice from Risa, what would you like to do with the other half action?
Can I try throwing the las pistol at her?
Yes! Yes, you can!
Nice.
I have no idea how thrown weapons work in this, so I'm going to assume it's a strength check.
Just
If in doubt,
tomahawk it.
use D&D. It will be hilarious having Yen do a strength check in combat as well.
I would like to use a fate point to give
really?
myself.
If he doesn't
Nice,
have thrown
nice.
weapons, is he gonna take like? And this is a non-conventional thrown weapon, isn't it?
I think throwing a thing should be fine. It's just not going to like do any damage, right? For a roleplay
throws a
purposes,
shoe?
it'd be good. Yeah, exactly.
that laugh through the
Giggled or
cloud hailer.
Loud
Through the
hailer
intercom is hilarious. Yeah. This is going to surprise her.
Yin just hears that outside the door.
It's on like the loud hailer. Is just the laugh.
Yeah.
She is gonna try and make a freaking agility check to dodge this. Because
Yes.
why wouldn't they?
Yin's flirted this woman into a sexy duel, then he pegs her in the forehead with a gun.
It's not his
You kind
fault.
of you huck the gun. I assume at the legs, right? Or just in general at her direction. The target actually 83, right? Because we reversed the thing. Target. Let's see where in the body you would have hit her, just in case it would have been a headshot. It would have been in one of the legs. Yeah. She is gonna effortlessly, just like a cat, dive to the side, roll, and get another position to shoot. And she's gonna hesitate. She's like, does that strategy work with orcs?
Nice.
You know, they appreciate strength.
And
Do
then
you
she
yield?
shoots Yin.
No.
She's gonna pull a trigger.
You disarm yourself across the room.
This is going to be a cold shot. She has the ability that makes basically cold shots not cost anything. It is going to be for your forehead.
Oh God.
The fedora.
Oh,
the
not
fedora.
my. I like yell at, scream out in pain, like, no, not my fedora.
Oh, it's fine.
The shot luckily goes through the middle of the fedora and not actually hitting
It's
you.
called a trilby.
Ohm
God.
just quiet. Ohm just states out loud.
It sounds like someone has thrown a weapon.
And then
I
just one
improvised.
regular shot.
Improvisation did not work.
There we go. She's gonna hit you. Finally, by the way.
Nice.
You can use your reaction to try to dodge this. if you
I
wish.
would like to dodge.
I grab one
It's
of
an agility
one
acrobatics
of
check.
Ohm's arms and say, I think something happened to my fedora.
I feel it.
I feel like I lost
Oh
something.
no.
Something's
No,
changed.
this vital piece of me.
Do not touch me, Caius.
This is going to be a shot for 6 damage on your right arm. Yen, you aren't wearing any armor that you were wearing before because you're wearing a fancy noble's outfit. So you're
Nice.
only going to be reducing your toughness modifier from this damage.
Oh,
Oh no, your crushed purple velvet coat.
It's Gucci.
you're not gonna get the deposit back on that. That's gonna be rough.
My cravat.
On cell. On cell, you have to assert your dominance.
Get in there and punch that woman.
It's your turn. You have no gun. You have been shot.
Kiss her.
Yeah, whap her.
How far away are we from each other?
Pull down your pants and start crying.
You're what, like... I think she, probably by now around 4 or so meters. Right? Because you've been moving, you've been shaking.
Does
Can I
Yen
attempt to tackle?
Okay.
You can attempt to tackle. Yeah,
That's how
I'll
I met
allow
your
it.
mother.
Yeah. How the hell are we gonna do that?
Unarmed attack.
Yeah, unarmed attack. Please.
Would it be a charge?
Yeah.
Would I need
charge.
to charge the distance?
We're playing it fast and loose. It's just a kind of grapple, really. A regular grapple check. Okay, what was that? Basically another strength check, or is it a weapon skill check?
He's tackling a fully armored woman with a Rosaria's personal field armor.
Hey, just a chest plate. That's fine. That's fancy.
Yeah,
He's
And there's no way a
improvising.
power shield will stop you against.
My feelings hurt.
Yeah, it's a strength check, please. Yen, it's opposed against hers. Sorry, I just wanted to.
Again, can I use a fate point to give
You
myself
can use a fate point at
Nice.
any type until they're
with
dry.
strength that
To keep
I need
draining
to-
them out.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh my god!
That's good. So that's 2 degrees of success. We're looking for 2 degrees of
Nice.
success.
Nice.
Against her strength. She doesn't have a fate point. Oh god, I nearly added an
Come on,
extra
Ben,
0
come
to
on,
a
Ben.
skill modifier there.
Big Ben Yoncel doesn't take any crap from women.
Yeah, you can grapple her. It's up to you whether you want to tackle her to the ground, put her in some
Nice.
kind of chokehold, do some kind of unarmed damage. There's
He
a few
aggressively
options
holds
when
her
it comes
hand.
to grappling.
I-
Kiss her.
Can I attempt to
Spear tackler, you know?
Can I attempt to disarm her?
DDT.
In this situation, in a duel, I'll allow it, yeah.
Nice.
By God.
So you want to basically get up and,
Oh, God.
instead of the grapple
She had a
beat, it's like a
family.
wrestle for the gun. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh
Yeah.
damn!
We're
Get
trying
it
to
away
grab her
from
arm
her.
to get the gun. So
I love how this duel has just turned
Yeah.
into a brawl.
Yeah, and it has
Sexy
turned
brawl.
into a brawl, and she is going to immediately try and punch you. Okay. So
There's an Imperial Guardsman with a steel chair, by God. We open the doors to Yin RKOing this woman.
she is gonna get you. She's gonna give you like a jab to the ribs.
Gonna get you.
Now her strength bonus sucks, and unarmed damage
Why is
is
that, Ollie?
shitty. Because of the stat block I'm using. I know the answer you want, and I'm not giving it.
I know.
So this actually does negative damage. No, 1 damage. Because it's,
She
it's
punched you back to
1d5 minus
Nice.
3 plus her strength bonus. So
Nice.
1 bludgeoning damage to your like stomach again, your little tummy.
So just double checking. 'Cause I don't think I've actually done this before. How do I track the damage?
How do you take damage? Okay, so when you take damage, you take wounds. You
Wounds, okay.
minus the toughness of the area, which is both your toughness and your armor, right? So you actually have 6 damage soak on your stomach, so nothing happens. And
Okay.
I think you kind of get to a realization that I think no one's going to take any damage in melee in this fight if you keep on punching each other, which is kind of funny. So she is going to say,
Kiss her, Yin, you nerd.
she's gonna kind of give you that jab and then back up, basically spend a movement to back up against one of the far walls and be like, well, this is no longer the duel we agreed on.
Pants off.
Scared you're gonna lose?
I'm scared this might go on for a while.
I can do
But
it all
if we're
day.
Yin
improvising,
can't stop trying to be, like, impressive.
Kiss her.
Yen, it's
He
your
was
turn.
told to assert dominance, and that's all he's trying to do.
Yin
I
is
will
doing it
add-
like that scene from the 40-Year-Old Virgin where he just repeats everything she says like a question.
Boncel, try to charm her.
She did back up towards the sword rack that she looked at earlier. Hey, if you're playing dirty,
Oh shit!
Yen, it's your turn.
Oh god.
What do you mean, try to charm her? This has kind of gone past that at this point.
I don't know, improvise.
What would you like to do,
Wait,
Yen?
wait. Hold up. I'll get on the beat for Yen. Can you light anything on fire in there?
Yin, remember
No.
that thing I gave you?
Yen, do you have shoot your last pistol, some cloth. Use the fedora, Yen. Now's the time.
Why do I need to set a fire? What's that gonna help me with here?
Trust me. Throw it on the ground.
Yen, get that sheepskin disc I gave you. Now's the time.
I guess Yen not knowing what to do would throw the fedora on the ground.
Yes. Good.
Oh, it's serious now.
Yeah. I can't believe you actually listened to me. And
That
threw it
isn't
on
an
the
action, by the way.
All right, Yen. Now kick it back towards the door. I'll open it and pick it up.
ground. I hit it with the last pistol. Come on.
Now,
Yen.
it could be an action if you wanted to do that in a seductive or intimidating way.
Seductive way.
I rolled to throw
Yes,
my hat,
seductive. I've got to do seductive.
Charm roll, please.
but sexy.
I'm not giving you
Nice.
any modifiers for trying to take a fedora off in an attractive way.
Oh my goodness.
Is this a success with 1
Yes,
degree?
yes. Please.
It's happening.
Okay, please.
It's happening.
Yen, please shoot it.
Fedora.
Yen, listen, I'm gonna wingman you all the way on this one, please.
That will
Trust
give
me.
you a +10 on whatever next charm check. Actually, +20 because you had a degree of success on whatever next charm check you choose to make.
Oh boy.
So I threw the fedora on the ground in a seductive way.
Yes.
Now rip your shirt open.
That's an expensive shirt. And you can see that Ravella, she strains her back up a little. She was ready to grab the sword. She's a little,
Yeah, she's confused now. Like,
she
whoa,
doesn't
wait a
know what's
second.
happening right now. What's going to happen
Hey,
next?
Hey,
Now, what I like the most is that while this is happening, the rest of us are just standing outside the door like a bunch of weirdos.
yeah.
Well, hopefully
But
you're
wait,
standing a little further away so it's less suspicious.
Well,
Yep. On second thought, I concede to your strength.
boo. comes over
I'm
the
glad
top.
we could come to agreement on
Oh, concession.
I love
Now, I don't know about
adequate
you,
men.
but that sort of fighting, it gets me a little bit peckish. Do you want to go grab a bite to eat?
nice.
that. Your next charm check will mathematically automatically succeed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Due to
I'm going by the
horrendous
playbook.
modifiers.
My tummy's a little rumbly.
My mom packed me some sandwiches earlier. Do you want
Oh God.
I don't say
I've
that.
got
I
some
don't say
fruit
that.
snacks.
No, I know. There's a fine line between what's happening in canon and what's happening in the meme space, but there's a line.
I've got some goldfish
won't
in my
cross
bag.
it.
There are some alternate realities happening here that are amazing.
That's some
I've
Triscuits
got a
if you want
Capri
to
Sun
share.
with 2 straws.
Chicken and biscuit.
Got some macaroni and cheese in a bag.
I have this Terran delicacy
There's room
called
for
a
2
dunkaroo.
hands.
The cookies are shaped like kangaroos.
Very well. I suppose I'll have a meal made up for us.
Nice. Ollie, tell me I've got like candles or something in there. Anything, please.
No. It's a sealed dueling room.
Damn it.
Yeah, not in this room, but she
I'm
does
trying to
say
help Yen out.
with me,
By lighting us on fire?
No.
and she will start to leave, seemingly to somewhere even more private than a 1v1 dueling chamber.
Ooh.
It still is a 1v1 dueling chamber, though.
Yeah,
We scatter. Outside, we're out.
Yeah,
We
we're
scattered.
leaving.
doesn't-
Yen, make
like
sure
the bunch
make
of
sure to pick up the trilby before leaving.
Yeah.
the
Home
hole
remains
burnt
where
in it
he
now.
is.
It's cooler now. It's
Yeah.
accomplished something. It's a new relic.
The first time that's ever happened with a trilby.
Yen, she is going to lead you to what seemed to be her private office of some degree. It has a window of the city bookshelves, all that kind of thing. A meal will be brought up for you of
Nice.
quite fine quality that you can share with a glass of wine.
The finest nuggies the Imperium can provide.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jockey milk. Don't worry.
We don't have to get into detail about what happens in there. Okay, we don't have to do that.
I'm
But
fine with that.
This entire sequence is like Garth and Honey from Wayne's World 2, and no one's gonna tell me otherwise.
That's right.
Tell me this: do you use Caius's gift?
Caius's gift is a terrible euphemism.
I know, it's great. Especially considering he causes burning.
Yeah.
You make it sound like some
Oh,
sort of power up
oh.
or something.
Well, it is in a way.
It's very important to know, without going into detail, whether or not you have intercourse with this woman. She's down.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of those things. You're trying to talk business. She's like, we're not talking business anymore.
Yen.
No,
Yen,
she's
listen.
talking business.
Yen, I fashioned that out of a demon skin that I murdered. It's safe.
We're all in his ear listening to this.
Yen, you could remove the comm bead at some time and turn it off.
We're all just
Yen-
listening.
I'm definitely
takes off the
100% tuned
trilby,
out of this
Takes off
situation.
the comp and uses the gift, and that's it. That's
Did you improvise?
Okay.
Big bin
Yeah, it's like the
yourself.
scene. The camera goes to the side like an end of a Mass Effect storyline, and you could just hear from the comm bead on the floor that Risa is trying to give like advice there.
Just hear. I think this juice has gone bad.
We will go into no further detail aside from, of course, Picello was the dominant one in that engagement. I don't think there was
We all
any doubt
know.
that was going to be the case, but it had to be explained. Here's another question: would you stay the night?
Ben Yoncel would stay the night.
Yeah. That's
Oh, I was gonna say I thought Yen would, but Ben Yoncel is a whole new paradigm.
Yen's a new man.
In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, Yen broke one off.
Okay, you two, the rest of you, damn kids. Yen has left and seems to not be coming back.
He
Okay,
quits
but
the
do I
Inquisitorial-
get
He's
Fox-
gone. He's
do
retiring.
I get Foxheart hired on though?
Wait.
This is a real question.
That's up to you. You can now hire Foxart at your earliest convenience. It costs influence to buy an assassin's purposes, either to join your party for a time or to be like, okay, we need you to kill someone. I can get you those exact prices later, right? It's going to be quite a bit though. It's buying an NPC with
Noted.
influence is quite a lot. But basically, she's a contact, right? For anything that you might need at this point, a fairly reliable one at that, based on your similar form of work.
Can I check something? The place that we are, it's her office, right?
Yeah.
Theoretically, would the stuff that we need would be in that office?
Oh, if you want to use a check to snoop around the office while
No,
she's
what I was
asleep,
thinking is leaving the door unlocked and then letting the rest of the group have a look.
Oh.
like when you leave or something, or giving them a message being like, "Okay, I'm in bed. I left the door unlocked. Feel free to sneak in."
Yeah, something along those lines.
Sure. Okay. After a indiscriminate amount of time, Yen will give you that message that the door to her chambers is unlocked. Her private office.
This sounds
He
like a job.
sounds dehydrated.
This sounds like a job for Scythia.
Very possibly. Have we reconvened at any point? Is Yen still out?
It's been a couple of hours, so yeah,
Okay.
you've reconvened. Yen, it's nighttime, right? Night has fallen upon Pask City, giving a kind of reddish-purple haze to the sky. The Imperial Palace is still lit up like the 4th of July. But the city has got a little bit quieter. So it's nighttime. Yen is still in there with Ravella, as far as you know. Yen has not really given you any other details other than like the chamber is unlocked. Like he's unlocked the front entrance to our offices from inside.
Okay, well, I suppose I should make my way up there.
Okay.
If there are offices to sneak into, that's my job.
Is this gonna be
That's what I'm
alone?
good at. That's what I'm good at. Well, I mean, if other people want to come, but I don't know who has, who has
Sneaky.
this
I don't
stealth,
think any of
yeah.
us. Yeah.
None of us.
Okay,
I'd
just to check.
torpedo
Ohm
doesn't do
definitely.
No, Ohm will not.
Okay, 2 options sneaking into this place: the doors or climbing. Like you could climb up into an element of the palace and then enter easier. Now you are still dressed like a noble, so you might be able to just schmooze on into the place.
I mean, one of them is using skills I have. One of them is using skills I don't have, because one is charm and one is just sneaking.
Yeah.
So I think I'll go the sneaking route, probably more likely.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check for climbing into the
Sure.
compound.
Let me see here. Pretty sure I have this. I do. Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing the melee assassin.
Well, you know what I
don't
mean.
have
Like
acrobatics.
it's possible. Any modifiers?
No. Right, it's dark, but there are lights. Yen hasn't given you the exact directions, so I think just flat. If you would like
Okay,
to
just
use
flat.
your last fate
Okay.
point to give you a modifier, that's fine.
Well,
but
I mean,
otherwise
I'm not
plus
going to use it to
0.
give me a modifier. I'll use it to reroll because I think statistically that'll help me more.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, success.
Not
One
necessary.
success.
Awesome. The palace buildings like this are quite easy for someone like you to climb. I mean, they're very decadent. There are decorated spires and weather vanes, and also it's got that lovely little bit of decay, which means there are nice lots of handholds and footholds and things. You can get into the building at the level of this person's office. Maybe Yen gave you enough detail for you to find that out, and you can start sneaking up to it. Go ahead and give me a stealth check right away.
Sure, yeah. Let's see here. Stealth.
Do you have any modifiers due to abilities?
Stealth, I definitely have something. Hang on, let me just check my advancements here. No,
Sure.
nothing in my advancements, but I do have the stealth skill, and I think I have an.
Yeah, you're trained
stealth
in.
skill. Oh yeah, I'm trained. Okay, so another
No
flat.
modifiers here.
Another flat roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's a failure, but I'm gonna re-roll.
That would be a big failure
I'm
with
gonna re-roll
minus
it.
3 degrees. Or
my
failure
last
with 3 degrees.
my last fate point. Hey, there we go. Much
Excellent. That's a success with 4 degrees. I'm gonna roll something real quick. Just real quick. Oh, I bungled it. There we go. You sneak into this area of the governor's compound. Well, the governor's palace. It's much more than that. It's living quarters and working quarters for over 1,000 people. At the doorway to Paisello's office is a guard. The same person you saw in the Amasec bar, the tall, stern blonde, who is standing quite deliberately at a certain point. But it's effortless for you to dance around him in stealth, to find the right places where you can move quietly and all of that kind of thing. They seem like they might be a competent fighter, but they definitely don't have the eyes, for the darkness that you have, right?
You just gotta wait for the right moment.
Exactly. The doorway is unlocked, like Yen said, and you can sneak in. It's a large, long office with a window at the back, wood on the walls, bookshelves, desk, little kind of seating area, a kind of arch in the door to the left that leads to a sort of sleeping and reclining area, which
I'm looking for data slates or for like information that might help us with our current what do you call it, task, as well as anything that could be like tertiarily interesting, you know, like fancy equipment or do something of that sort lying around, right? Do you want me to roll something? I can like do an awareness or
think it's awareness for this, sure. No modifiers, but with your 4 degrees of success, I'm not going to make you roll another stealth check. You can quite effortlessly go through this place quietly.
Yeah, I think awareness would be just for like not what I'm looking for, but extra stuff, I guess. I don't know if this would stop me from finding it necessarily. Well, let's take a look. I have no awareness at all.
Oof.
Very little awareness.
You have no awareness, getting a 87 when
and
you're
I don't have any more fate
34.
points, so that's
Don't
it's gotta
have any more
it's gotta
fate
leave where it
points.
lies.
Getting into this place is easy, but you are surprised by how spotless it is. The only things of interest is the remains of a meal shared between 2 individuals. The desk is suspiciously empty of anything of note. Any paperwork looks so boring and mundane, it isn't anything relevant, and there's no data slates or inert servo skulls or anything like that. There is actually, just because you would see this regardless, even with -5 degrees of success. I mean, one thing you notice, there's no data slates. Everything is archaic and analog in here. Second thing, there is a charging station for a cherub, with a cherub within it, in the corner of the office. Cherubs are tiny flying servitors in the shape of chubby little babies.
Nice.
That can do
They
all
look
kind of
waxy.
manner of jobs, carry things, anything sort of practical. The kind of thing a high noble like this would have following them around with scrolls and things like that. It's currently a sleepy baby. Doubt you want to interact with that, but
I mean, I think it's document leafing time. You know, if everything is analog, then I'm looking for anything to do with like the orcs or the military, like stuff going on with like the Imperium and the Imperium military in particular, not like the planetary defense forces.
sure, yeah.
And anything that might like in some way incriminate her in the requisitioning legally or not of supplies.
Mm-hmm. This will be its own awareness check
Okay.
to see if you get anything. No
Let's
modifiers.
see. I'm gonna flub.
Now,
all
you
of
can
this
see in
and
the dark, so
all
I
of
don't need to
the-
give
all
you
of
any
the-
penalties
All of the
for-
flirting will be for nothing. And yes, I can indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, so no penalties for darkness or anything like that. That
2
is
degrees of
2
success.
degrees of success. There are 2 main things of note in the desk that interest you. There is a whole document that is basically measuring the entire complement of Cadian Imperial Guard on the planet. Based on her station, this seems like quite a strange thing for her to own. This is something like maybe the commissar would have. It looks like she's written it. It's not like information that someone's... Obviously, she's got the information some way, but it looks like it's her handwriting based on the other stuff that you're picking up, right? And it seems pretty accurate, too, at a glance. You know, what weapons they have, what vehicles are in storage, the numbers, even the names of commissars and commanding officers. The other thing of notice is a binded book that's clearly cared for and is clearly in some kind of cipher.
Okay.
You don't know what it says, but it seems to be the most precious
any-
possession, and also...
Is it any kind of regular Imperial code, like that might be decipherable to someone who's been through like proper military training? Or is this like
not
some
that you
personal
immediately
cipher?
recognize? But that would be like the next, because you don't have time, right, to like
Sure.
really go through it. You might even recognize it once you once you have the thing in mind, right?
So what you're
Maybe
saying
a
is I have
scope
to
or journey
swipe
check
it.
later.
If I want to.
You're gonna have to swipe it or come back knowing what cipher she uses, which is an
I'm not
option
gonna- I'm
because
not
you
gonna
have a
lie, I'm
man
not gonna-
quite literally on the inside.
I'm not going to here. We might not get another
Uh,
chance.
Yeah. Also, the final pages of it, the ink is fresh, right? So it's something that's being worked on and looks fairly finished.
All right,
You swiping it?
I'm swiping it and the documents that are related to, like Imperial troop strength and so forth. This is stuff the Inquisitor should know about.
Excellent. And then you're out of there?
Oh hell yeah! No, I'm not hanging around. And also, I'm not going to interact with the cherub because that's like interacting with a security camera when you're trespassing.
Yeah.
Like, why would I touch
Yeah.
that?
Or, you know, waking up a feral cat when it doesn't have orders.
Yeah.
The baby just has the brain of a cat, which isn't true. It is true in 40k lore. Yeah.
Not have a
You want to get out of
complex
there?
nervous system.
Yeah. I think my next move is just to get the hell out of there.
I will give
Same
the
way-
guard
same
outside one
Same
chance
way I came
to
in, I
find it.
guess. Unless there's
Yeah.
like a window I can ditch out of in this room.
There is a large window to just kind of like slide out. Like it's a
Yeah.
long fall, but it's one that you can, you know.
I have
can probably manage.
specific advancements for taking less falling damage and stuff
Exactly,
like that.
right. So yeah, if you want to open the windows down and when stuff, close it and then kind of slide and get
Just
back to the
gonna
others,
cat
I'll
burglar
totally allow that.
cat burglar my way out of there with my
Yeah.
fancy purple shoulder cloak. And yeah, I think that's the plan.
Awesome. I think with that, you can get back to the rest of the party in the night, wherever they've decided to
Yeah, where
Kind
is
of.
everybody?
hang out. They're just a bunch of delinquents on the street, hanging out, smoking.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I like link back up with the group, I walk up and I'm like, there's something here, something written in a cipher I didn't have time to check while I was, trespassing. But also she has a bunch of Imperial troop counts and movements and stuff she should not have. The kind of thing that Commissar would write, but that is written by her. She's getting information from somewhere and passing it on to somewhere else. There's no other reason to have this.
I see. Thank you.
Of course.
Well, what should we do with this information?
SOE follower.
Decoding whatever is written in this book is probably the first thing.
Ohm 13, are you capable of decoding this?
Will, is it a book or is it a data slate? Is it just a book? Like a ledger book?
It's a mundane, it's a manuscript, right? Paper, ink.
Okay. Will take it into his hands and then put it into his robes to conceal it and just simply...
It would be unwise to do this out in the open.
Agreed. We should find cover of some kind. Is it possible to use my writ of arbites to gain access to lodging for us?
Yeah, I think it should be. I think in a city this big as this is, you can basically go up to someone and say, "Yeah,
Hey,
this
this
is
is mine now."
official police
Yeah.
business. We're gonna
Nice.
be here for a bit,
All right.
right?"
I'll do that.
Sure. It does leave a word. It doesn't leave a paper trail. It should, but it doesn't. But it does leave a trail of people who've seen you and stuff, and your subtlety in the city will lower. But that's not really something you guys are worried about, as long as Ben Yoncel remains a subtle individual, and no one pieces together that he's actually Yen Von Cell. Then you're
Nobody would figure that out.
No one
so
will
that's
ever
good.
know.
Yeah.
I
No one will ever think to reverse the first and second letters of his name.
Yeah.
Different guy.
I think with that, with you getting the info, getting somewhere to look it up, and all the other stuff that's happened today, I think that's a good place to kind of leave it off for today.
Awesome.
So that you can look into that information next time, and maybe get to know a little bit more about Ravella Pacello.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ollie. This has been Fable Scraps' DoomLore, a 40k story. For those of you listening on podcasting apps, such as Spotify or Stitcher, know that we record this show live every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/FableScraps. We're going to go around, do a speed run of everybody's introductions really quick, and then say goodnight. So, Ollie. Hello, Ollie.
I'm Ollie, twitch.tv/Olirant, OLIRANT. I do D&D homebrew world building stuff, and I have a show on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. GMT. It's about mind flayer diplomacy. I nearly killed the party with a bunch of baby lizards earlier. It's great!
Awesome. Thank you, Ollie. Lucid Fox.
Hi, my name is Lucid Fox with 2 X's. I'm twitch.tv/LucidFox, and that's the place that you can find me. It was a pleasure wingmanning for Ben Yoncel.
Thanks, Lucid. LocktheRaven.
I'm LocktheRaven. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. You can also find me on Fable Scraps' other show, Star Trek Loveless, on Tuesdays, as well as here on DoomLore every Friday. And find me on Twitch and Twitter at LocktheRaven, spelled like it sounds.
Thanks, Lock. Distracted Elf.
Hello, I'm Distracted Elf. You can find me at twitch.tv/DistractedElf or on Twitter at DistractedElf. You can also find me running games for Roll20 on the D&D channel on Mondays, and soon to be some more stuff in the near future.
Awesome. Thank you, Elf. Enevun.
Hello, I'm Enevun. I'm a roleplay and VR streamer here on twitch.tv. You can find me at twitch.tv/Enevun. That's spelled ENEVUN. And I now hold the title of the first character to get laid on Fable Scraps, apparently.
Nice.
It's true.
Nice.
My name, of course, is Nikatine. I do a lot of roleplay on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/NIKATINE. I'm also I'll DM Fable Scraps' Tuesday show, Star Trek Loveless. And yeah, thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. I want to give a very special thank you to all of our subscribers and those of you who have given bits or donated. Your support is immensely helpful for us here. We'll be back next week on Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific. Be sure to check out our VODs on YouTube and our previous episodes on podcasting apps like Spotify and Stitcher. Follow us on Twitter and hang out at the Discord. We'll see you next time on Fable Scraps. Good night, everyone.
No.
Bye.
Untold masses of humanity are teeming throughout the stars. In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, there is only